Good afternoon. I have an update for y'all. Before we start playing Dragon Wilds, I have 19 of these little stars. So, two of these stars, I thought about making it into a hair clip, but instead, I want to make a dark version of my Artemis plush. Do I have one? Yeah. I call it Artemis, but it might not actually be what I want to name it. I don't know. I keep on changing my mind. This plush. I want to do a darker version where I make the cloud gray, the cloud the moon gray, the the cloud black, and then I'll do glow in the dark yarns for these guys, the stars. I just got to work on it. That's what's going to be left for the leftover. I have one extra right here. I'm going to use, because the tail is long enough, I'm going to use this extra one as a beret applique, and then the 4 piles of these, I'm going to make them into hair dangles. That's the update. We're playing Dragon Wilds. I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. Good morning. I just finished cutting out, or labeling, cutting out the pattern and labeling, tracing, doing all that jazz for Simplicity 1426. As a reminder, this is what it looks like. The polka dot one. I don't have anywhere I can show you guys without the flash. There you go. Well, it's not the polka dot one. It's more of this one right there. See? I just have the different, like, strap. Well, both of those straps are tie around straps. I guess if I do buttons, no, I'm not doing buttons. That's too much work. Anyways, we finished cutting that out, and I'm in the process of cutting out Simplicity 8654. This one, the shorts. There you go. I have like 2 pieces completely cut out. I haven't traced them yet, but I do kind of want to get this done before the 10th, before the 9th even, because we're going to Rockville, but the things happen. I'm probably not going to have it done. I did talk about this a little bit last week, but I have a design idea. And this one that I'm making for the one I'm making for myself, using those 2 colorways, I do plan on buying more fabric, and it's going to be in cotton. Those are bed sheets. Those are just my mock-up fabrics. I have this design, and I really like that I have the little stars hanging, and I have the little strap, whatever. I do kind of want to make the bow. I think I could make the bow very, very soon. It's just these 2 that are going to take me a while. This is supposed to be pleated. I can't draw pleats yet. I'm still learning how to draw. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys that because I thought I had thrown away this, but I didn't. I gotta go to work, but I just wanted to update you guys on that. There's something else I wanted to tell you. Oh, I have a little lump back here, and it scared me. Apparently, it's swollen lymph nodes. I woke my husband up. I'm like, okay, first of all, I'm feeling bad because my personal self-esteem isn't feeling too good. But then I felt that, and like, I can't feel bad and be financially unstable at the same time. It's one or the other. Luckily, it's just a swollen lymph node. As far as we know, it's not a bug bite because it doesn't itch, but it's not like it's not cancer, as far as we know. Hopefully it doesn't get worse. If it gets worse, we'll have to go to the doctors, which I really can't afford, but we'll monitor it. I'm hoping for the best. I gotta go to work. Hey, good morning. It's another day of cutting out pattern. I have size 12 cut out in Simplicity 8654 as a reminder. I think you guys already saw, but it's these shorts right here. And because I think I'm a size 12 in this, let me double check actually. I'm somewhere between size 12 and 10. I'm 25 and a half, I think. Somewhere around there. Maybe? Let me double check. All right, I'm a size 33. Like, I had 33-inch waist. But, like, on here, it says that I'd have to go to, like, size 20. I know that's not true. I know this says Mrs. It's not even, like, it's not a teenager thing. It's not a teen's pattern. So, I don't know. I just know that I used to fit into the size 8 one at one point. And I am bigger than then, but I'm not that much bigger. So, I'm going to continue on with the size 12. It says size 12 and directly above, it says bust 34. waist 26.5, unless I'm measuring at the wrong portion, which to me, waist is right here, and that's 33, whereas like it also says hip 9 inches below waist, which is where this is. It says 36 at 12, and I don't think that I'm that small. I know I'm not that small, especially since my waist is 33. Anyways, I cut out the size 12. I don't feel like cutting out more. My brain just doesn't want to do it right now. And plus, I'm not ready to make more in any other sizes. So I think what I'm going to do is start cutting out the pattern. And then possibly I may go to Michael's and buy gold crochet thread. I don't know if they'll have it. Okay, so I'm looking over at my thread all the way over there. That has a lot of thread on it that I'll probably never use. So if anything, I can like kind of embroider, or like, since I'm getting into the art of splitting my threads on my yarn, I can just take 4 of those threads and kind of mix the colors, because I do have quite a few tannish bronze looking ones, and then use that as crochet thread. I don't want to, but if Michael's doesn't have crochet thread, and if I really am serious about this, wanting to get this done by the 8th, I have less than a week, but also I keep on waking early because my dog keeps on waking me up. I do have this, where is it? This yarn right here, that gold one. I do have some of that yarn. I just think it's going to be too wide for what I want. So we'll see. But I also know that I can't get that yarn again because that's Lion Brand date night. I'm going to start cutting the fabric, and then I'm going to get ready for work. I don't know if I told y'all, today we are carpooling because it is $4.39 for gas, and I just can't afford to do that. I have an 8-hour shift, but like also I only work max, okay, so 8 times 3, whatever that is, that's max I work. And I know I could pick up more shifts, but like also being ADHD, it's really hard for me to do that. I have to be in a routine, and my routine keeps on getting messed up, and I'm starting to like have kind of meltdowns about it. And they're not meltdown level yet, but I am having some really bad anxieties and mental health issues due to these things. And this is just another layer on top of that. So right now I don't believe I can pick up more shifts until after my schedule changes and after maybe gas prices go down. Like I said, we have to carpool, and I'm not okay with this, but I have to be okay with it. We're only leaving for work an hour before I need to go to work because my husband is driving and he doesn't work till 2:30. I work at 1, and I feel really bad asking him to drive me to work, but I'll also like, I don't think that we can afford to put that much wear and tear on both cars right now. And then on top of that, that gas. My job is more well paid than the area that I live in, and that's why I choose to drive out there. Plus I get free tickets to the theme park that I work for occasionally. If we can afford to do just one car, which inconveniences the both of us, but if we can afford to do just one car, then that's fine. I'll have to pitch in for gas every now and then, which is fine because like that was kind of the plan anyways. And then pitch in for food more often. Like it's probably just going to be like 1 day a week of carpooling, but 1 day does matter when the car drive is an hour each way. Yesterday took me a little bit over an hour to get to work. Like literally, it takes me at least 8 minutes to walk from the parking lot to my location. I clocked in time. I mean, I like to clock in 5 minutes early, but I made it into the building to the locker room just in time to drop my stuff off, not use the bathroom, almost pee my pants to clock in because of how bad the traffic was, because they changed the layout of the traffic, and it's so annoying. Oh, I talked about this on end last week, but just so you know, I hate driving in general. So it's a convenience and inconvenience to me. And I think that since we're carpooling, it might be not as bad that we're leaving for work an hour before I need to be there because now I don't have to mentally think about it. But that's all like other stuff that you guys really don't need to know, but you guys are my diary. I kind of have word vomit disease, so I just tell you guys everything. All that being said, I brought my yarn because my husband's not going to get off until at the earliest 10:30. I'm off at 9:30, but he usually doesn't get off of work until like 11:30, which gives me 2 hours to just like, well, to get over there because I can just ride the bus over there. 2 hours to get over there and work on some crochet projects. I'm bringing longer projects with me because I can't bring my scissors because they do have a security system. I need to ask them how they feel about like sewing scissors because I want to bring my sewing scissors with me. I want to bring my whole entire crochet kit with me, but I'm scared to bring scissors into the parks because it's a sharp and like you can't really bring stuff like that into the parks. You can't even bring glass into the parks. That's how serious it is. So anyways, I'm bringing 2 crochet projects with me. I'm bringing the phone holder I brought last week, or I made last week at the very end of the video. I can show you guys that later. But I'm bringing that because I haven't made the straps for it yet. And then I'm also bringing a beret because I have not finished that yet either. And that one's a pretty long project and I can frog some of the old project I was working on to finish that project. So it gives me a little bit of time to continue working on that. I think I'll probably do an ambience video sitting in front of the fireplace because there's a fireplace at the place that my husband works at. I don't know. I didn't mean to get on here to rant, but it's so frustrating that everything is the way that it is and there's nothing we can do about it. Even if we vote, even if we talk loudly about it, no matter what we do, it just feels like it's getting nowhere and I'm going to have a meltdown. Or crash out moment, maybe not a meltdown, but I'm going to have a crash out moment and I'm going to not put that on here because nobody needs to see that. Other than that, I don't have anything else to update you guys on yet. Hopefully the rest of the week I can work on other things. I'm hoping to, okay, another thing, I thought about this while I was cutting all this this tracing out. I'm going to probably bring that second table and do like what's it called? Just do like a commission or whatever. I'm going to bring a zine, kind of. I'm just going to bring like a little me-made booklet. And in the booklet, I'm going to have like a page full for people to fill out their sizes for me, size ranges. I'm not going to bring the one that I made. That one's personal and that's something I'm going to make in the future. But I'm going to make another one for people to write down their sizes and then they can hand it over to me and receive the free gift for giving me their sizes. I need to buy another measuring tape and have people do it themselves. If they don't want to do it themselves, that's fine. I can take some time to do it, but like, I don't feel like I'll really have the time to do that. But if I do, then I will. I think it's important for people to know their sizes. So if they need help with what a certain measurement is, like where should they measure for that, then I'll give them that information while they do it themselves. I think it's more of a trade-off that way. That way I don't have to like stop what I'm doing to go do their measurements. So I'm going to do that for my Melty Love cardigan. I'm going to put in that same booklet a commissions thing for my Defrosting Skelly shrug because I think that's one of those like I can do commissions on. It's super easy to work up. I mean, it takes a while because it's clothing art. It's a garment. And like it takes about 18 hours, I think. I don't remember. I forgot already. I said it like a couple weeks ago and I still haven't sewn them up. I just finished the crochet portion. However, I think if anybody wants commissioned pieces, then they can fill it out, hand it over to me with like a $25 deposit, and then that will cover shipping, and then I can mail it out to them. I don't know how much I want to charge post shipping, but maybe just like to equal the $65 that I plan on charging because they did commission me at I don't know. Well, that's something I'll talk about or think about later throughout the week as I'm processing this. And then also do other measurements so that I can continue working on other projects and start new projects. Because I think I want to do like averages of people to see where I should really crochet or sew things. Like if a lot of average people are around the medium to large range, like right in between, then I want to find out what that measurement is right there and then crochet or sew according to that specific measurement. I think that will be beneficial for me as a garment maker because I want to take sewing and crochet much more seriously than I have. I mean, it's not like it's not serious for me, but it's more like I want to be able to produce more to bring to places because I don't want to make berets for the rest of my life. I love my berets, don't get me wrong, but like I want to do more than just hair accessories. I want to be able to show off like a whole fashion line one day. I don't think I want to have anything on a runway, but if that happens way in my future, like when I'm in my 60s, I wouldn't be upset about it. I think it'd be really cool to be like, oh, this is my whole spring fashion line. And if you'd like it, please let me know. And then I can work off of commissions more than whatever, you know? It's a lot to think about, but it's future things. It's things that I think about when I'm doing monotonous tasks for a while. It's things to think about when I'm really stinking bored at work because it's so slow. Like, okay, so here's another thing too. I've been in the theme park industry, the tourism industry, since 2011, since I was 19, on and off. I think there was like maybe 1-2 years that I didn't work in the theme park industry. And it's very slow right now. And I know we're on the in-between weeks. And I know I'm not working directly in the parks. But like, the thing is, like, it's the slowest I've seen in years. I haven't seen it this slow since right when COVID shut everything down. I was in the parks when COVID shut everything down. The first day everything was shut down, I was still at work because I had a role where I had to be at work. And I haven't seen it this slow in a while. And maybe it's because my role has changed a little bit, or maybe like it is because this is what it's been since before COVID. Because, like, COVID really changed everything down here. We have a lot of people that flock down here. And, yeah, I talked a little bit about this. But it's because people have a lot of work-from-home jobs. They're getting paid out-of-state wages to live down here. And it's pricing us in-staters out who have lived here since the 90s, since prior to the 90s. Like, I've been here since basically I was born. I was born in South Korea, but then we hightailed it over here ASAP. I've had generations of family that lived here, and it's just getting worse. And I don't mean to, like, beat a dead horse, but a lot of this, like, the last 2 weeks just feels like pre-COVID. It feels like pre-influencer, and I would say it feels nice to finally breathe, but also, like, my anxiety, like, I started crying a little bit on my way to work yesterday, and, like, it's not because, my lymph node is pretty much gone. Perfect. Okay, I don't have to worry about this anymore. I don't know. Can you see it? No. Anyways, I started crying on my way to work because I'm nervous because the last time that something like this happened was COVID shutdowns. For me personally, I wasn't working in 2008, so I don't know what it was like. But I'm very nervous for the state of my work because, like, tourism is one of the first things that gets hit when there's economic downturn. And, like, I work in tourism. And it's nerve-wracking. I'm scared. I don't think that I'm going to lose my job. I have higher seniority, so I'm pretty lucky there. I should be grateful for the shifts that I get. But also, I feel so bad with how expensive everything, with how unaffordable anything is down here. It's just nerve-wracking. And I need to stop talking about this or I'll cry again. But, God, I need to cut this fabric out. Quick update, I did finish cutting out all the blue pieces, so this is just getting messier and it's stressing me out, but I have the waistband pieces. All of these need interfacing. This is how much interfacing I have, and it's not enough for everything, so I definitely need to stop by Michael's. against my will, I need to stop by Michael so I can get emergency interfacing. And then once this is all done, I'm going to order interfacing. I don't know which site I'm going to order it from, but I'm going to order it. And then if I like this project enough, which I have a feeling that I'm just going to like the top project, not the bottoms project, because the bottoms take a lot of fabric. And I don't know, man. I'll get to that when I get there. But I'm going to order fabric for at least the tops, and then I'll order more interfacing, maybe more buttons, but I don't know if I need buttons. All of my buttons are clear because there's like nowhere else to do but buy buttons. Michael's doesn't have them. I'd like to admit that I have no idea what I'm doing when I am using a hank of yarn, because what the heck is a hank of yarn? Well, I'd show you, but I don't have it anymore because it's this tangled mess. What is this? I know I did this wrong, but I didn't know any other way, and I was just like, I want to use this yarn. Now this yarn is giving me sensory issues. Okay, maybe not that severe, but it doesn't feel good. It's making me angry. I'm so mad that this is not turning out the way I wanted to. I got some stuff and I wanted to show you guys, but there's no way I'm going to show you guys because it's going to take me at least a week to untangle this. Maybe I bring this with me to the show so I can untangle it. It's just so frustrating. Everything is just... I messed up real bad. That being said, I did stop by Michael's on my way home. So here's the thing. My husband and I are pretty much vowing, in a way, to stop going out as often. That is our little, we need to save money if we want to get out of here. We need to save money if we want to survive. We just need to stop going out as often because every time we go out, we end up spending more than $100. And that's really expensive when we could just make our own food here. My husband's a culinarian. We don't have to go out. It's always nice to go out because it's one of our favorite bonding things is trying new foods. But we just can't keep on going out. We can't keep on leaving the house and then ending up paying so much money to be outside the house. So anyways, as a gift for myself to continue staying indoors and not spending hundreds of dollars every time we're out, I bought quite a few yarns and things. Some of it isn't just yarn though. I could just walk through it with y'all. Initially, I went into Michael's so that I could grab some cardstock and maybe that gold trim or gold lace crochet thread. What am I saying? Also, interfacing, if they had it just freestanding interfacing where it's just pre-cut, I was going to pick up those 3 items. I did not find 2 of those 3. The only thing I found was the cardstock. So first of all, I use the cardstocks to help like write little thank you notes on the bags for my customers because like I think it's a really sweet thing to do and I'm very appreciative of anybody that shows me love and support for my art because I wasn't given that as a child, so like literally everything is very nice. So I replaced these ones. The last one I had was like these shades of pinks and this, skipping the purple. But this one has all these other shades in it. I don't know if you guys can see a good flash. So those colors are really cute. I really love the pastels because I'm a pastel girl. And I think it'd be nice to use all these glitter papers because I think they're all glitter except for, oh, there's 3 that aren't glitter, which I'll figure out what to do with those. But it's really nice to make like little thank you notes. I also found this one. This one's very pretty. I am new to cardstock, so can you tell? But these ones are all space themed. And I'm a big fan of that. So I'm going to continue to use this. Oh, that reminds me. I don't know if this is AI, and I hope not, because I don't know if Recollections is whatever Michael's brand. I will say there is a home decor piece that's out there right now, and it's music, and it's a patriotic song. And if you know how to read music, it looks bad. If you know how to read, it looks bad. Getting those feels out there, just letting you know that's something you'll see probably if you do stop by Michael's. But anyways, this is pretty. And I'm going to use this probably for like mailers once I get into that. Like once somebody orders and then I have to do shipping. Because this is very pretty. I'm going to keep that. Next, so of course I went back to the yarn section. And because the yarn section didn't have the gold thread, whatever, I saw a huge thing, a big twist, and I'm like, oh, they actually restocked. I think I'm in a purple mood right now, and because I'm in a purple mood and I don't have any purple yarn, I do have one, but it's not great by itself. I just realized that I had that one, so I might just crochet something up real quick. I'm going to probably put this yarn down. This is the, I don't know if I, oh no, I don't know if I talked about it in this video or last video, but this is Tropical Yarny Unwind, and it's 100% bamboo. It's a local yarn store-ish. It's sport weight, and it's not feeling too good right now. That's what I'm working on, but I'm going to, like I said, put that to the side so I can work on something else because I think I've thought of a plan. So we have this yarn. This is a very pretty purple. I've never seen this pretty purple in my life. Well, I probably have, but I probably, while I was not quite that great into Yoshi, yarn crafting, crochet. Whoa, what the heck? That was a weird thing. But anyways, because I wasn't into crochet at the time, if I saw this in person, then I don't remember. This is a very pretty yarn. This is the color for the Ace Pride flag, and I can never find this specific color, and it's one of my favorite shades of purple. So I'm going to use this shade with something else. I'll figure it out. Then we've got more shades of purple. We have this shade of purple because this one caught my eye first. This one is lilac. Very pretty. I love this color purple. This one's going to go right on my shelf next to a pink yarn because I think that's the direction I want to go. I need to clean up this mess or I'm going to give myself an aneurysm. Okay, we're back. Sorry, it's so frustrating. It's my own fault. But anyways, continuing on, we have this shade of purple, and this one is, you are soft purple. This one's very pretty too. I told you guys I was in a purple mood. This is what's happening. Y'all are getting all the purple color yarns. Oh, that's so pretty together. I'll have to look at that. And then we have this shade of purple to replace the one shade of purple. Oh, I have 2 shades of purple that I already had. But to replace the same one of this, so I can continue making more slime drip berets because I love the purple and green colorway. I think that colorway and the red and pink colorway are going to be my constants because I just really like those colors together. So we're going to keep on doing this one. And then we move on to bamboo yarn because I want to replace the stars. This one is taking so long to work up. I'm tired of looking at this yarn, so I need to pick it up and do something else. We have these 3 from Loops and Threads. This is all bamboo yarn. I have a little bit of this pink left, but not enough to do what I want to do. Plus, I want to do the little bat wing bandana. Let me go grab it. This one right here, I can remake this one a couple times in those colorways. I'm a little bit nervous about this one. I just don't know how other people will feel. I do have a couple reds in there. I have this pink, which is very similar to this one. I think it might be the same one. No, they're not the same. This one was actually True Blue Sparkle, and they won't keep my favorite yarns in stock. I'm the only one that likes glitter yarns, I guess. But also we have this one. This one's a constant in my pile. I just don't have any right now. I have this one, and this is not the purple I want. This is the purple I want. I don't know if I've made anything big with this yarn. Oh, I have. I've made bandanas. Everything I make is a bandana now. What's the point? But we're going to make more of these because I know these ones are super easy to work up, and I only have one, and it's kind of sad that I only have one. Oh, and finally, I bought knitting needles. I really, really, really want to get into knitting. I think this was quite honestly the most I am staying inside. I need to stay indoors. This is an easy hobby for me to pick up because I already have yarn. I do not need to buy more, just these hooks. This was a $15 investment into a new hobby, and I know what everybody's going to say is that once you pick up this hobby, you're going to buy more expensive yarns, and I get it. That's the direction I do want to go eventually, but I don't think I'll be there quite soon, and that's okay because I think that it's something that will come up in my future. A lot of vintage patterns, I'll look up crochet vintage, and then it will pop up with something that's actually knit with a crochet collar or embroidery thing. And I saw somebody recently on Reddit also post that they crocheted their neckline and the waistline, and I thought that was very cute. That one, I'm not sure if they knit the top themselves or not, but what if I did all of that by myself? Let me do it. I gotta try it. I also want to try to make probably more flat things. So it's going to be more panels, because I kind of want something that's repetitive that I don't have to think about as much. I will have to while I'm learning, but once I get there, I won't have to think as much.
Hi, good morning. It is the next day. It is now 12:58 p.m. May the 4th be with you, I suppose. I'm not at work, which is really great. So I just went to breakfast with my mother-in-law. I didn't know I was going to breakfast until like maybe 3 hours ago, and I was already awake, so I was just like, oh, I might as well go. It's the one trip that I have all week. So we went out there, and then afterwards we went grocery shopping, and nothing important. Just talking to my mother-in-law, catching up. She just got back from her vacation. She's doing a lot of physical therapy. Anyways, I let her know that I have a show this Saturday, and like I'm a little nervous because it's my first solo event. So I'm going to do it though. I'm going to do my best. And because she's so kind and loving and supportive, she's like, hey, so I know you said you were a little bit stressed out about this. I can give my shift away and then we can go down together. We can take my car. That way, with the gas mileage, it won't be as bad. And then on top of that, you'll have somebody to go with you and you'll have more space because she has like a Jeep. And it's very, very kind of her. So if she can give her shift away, that'd be wonderful. I told her not to stress about it because I had already planned to already do the solo. So if she can't give it away, no stress. But if she can't, whatever. You know what I was trying to say. So anyways, yesterday I just passed out because I was just so extra sleepy. We were able to finish 4 of these stars before I was like, I gotta go to bed. And then, yeah, that's it. So I'm going to do 4 more of these color stars. I'm going to do stars in this colorway. I don't think I want to make this into a bandana. I'm going to take one of the pink ones. I'm going to try to make a bandana out of that one. The light purple, I might try to do a bandana out of that, but I'm not entirely sure at this point. I think I have a little bit of time. And my mother-in-law also offered, I'm going to take Dramamine, to let me crochet in the car while we're driving down there, which is super phenomenal. If she's able to get the day off and go down with me, this is great. I do definitely owe her gas money and food and all that. And then it's going to be great because there are food trucks there. So I'll just be like, hey, grab some food for me, please. I just wanted to update you guys on that. And I'm going to get to work and I'll update you guys when I feel like I need to update y'all. Yippee! Great news. My mother-in-law got to trade the shift away. So now she's going to be with me for the show. I'm very, very grateful to her. She's so sweet. She's excited for me as well, just to be there. But she's so sweet. She's like, be bold with me. Tell me what I need to wear. I'm like,
dress as comfortably as you can. I am just so grateful that you're going to be here with me. And she's like, oh, maybe I'll ask Sammy, my sister-in-law, if she has anything I can wear, like a cardigan or something. I'm like, dress comfortably. I do not expect anything from you, but I will warn you, this is a gothic market. There's going to be creepy crawlies. So just saying. And she's like, oh, I'm going to try to do what I can to fit in. And if you want to put makeup on me, feel free. I'm like, no, you just got to dress comfortably. That's all I need from you. Thank you so, so much. So while I was waiting on that response, we've got 3 of these stars done. I'm working the last one, and then we're going to switch over to this. I forgot to tell you guys at Publix, this lady, our cashier, was talking about how great the weather is. And she's like, yeah, it's so much better than that icky, sticky, wet Florida weather that we always get. And I'm like, okay, but I'm going to open the windows when I get home because it feels great. The wind is awesome. I love windy days like this. And she's like, oh, be careful with that because I have this friend that had a $500,000 house and she had to tear down all the walls because all the mold and mildew that grew in there. And I'm like, first of all, the trick with that is you kind of like collect gel silica things, the things that come with like dry foods or like the dry clothing. You kind of collect that. And while you're collecting that, you kind of just set them around the house. I have tons of them. We have a lot of them in the bathroom. Actually, I need to replace the ones in our bathroom, but we have them in our bathroom to help soak up the moisture. That helps a lot. And then I told her, I'm like, I've been in Florida all my life. These are my tricks. And she's like, oh, you've been here. So you know the tips and tricks. I'm like, yes, I do. And then as we walked out, I turned to my husband and I'm like, she's the reason why we have all this traffic. Get out of here. If you don't like our weather, get out. And it's stuff like that I'm like, why are you even here? You know, you've heard of the weather. Why did you move down here? And like, she's an older woman. So it's like you had your life upstate somewhere, up country somewhere. Why are you down here? Because like she's very obviously not a Floridian the way that she talked about that. Like I feel like as a Floridian, a lot of us know not to open our windows, not to, I mean, like a lot of us do open our windows because like it's not the worst thing in the world, even if we don't have the silica gel, whatever, around the house. That's his personal trick for me. Not everybody knows that trick, but either way, like you talking about the Florida weather, but that's the normal Florida weather. We've had that. I mean, this year it's not as bad, which is because we're dry. We've had severe drought warnings for the last few months, but neither here nor there. I just wanted to tell that story because I'm just so upset that people like that are here and ruining the nature and just, they don't get it. They don't understand what it's like to be a pure Floridian. I'm not a pure Floridian. That sounds kind of racist, honestly, but I've been here the past 3-4 generations of my family on my dad's side have been down here. So it's kind of wild that like people like that are moving down here and just hating the state. All right, anyways, I'm excited. I'm going to keep on working on these stars and I'll give you guys an update when I move on to something else. Another update. I do not feel like making more stars right now. I'm kind of tired of making stars. So instead, I'm going to start on the bandana. I think if I can find the True Blue Sparkle again, I will continue making them in True Blue Sparkle. I just want to get the pattern done so that I know what to do before this possibly sells out. So that's why I'm doing it right now. This is all double crochet. So I think what I'm going to start with is like a magic circle and then chain 3, crochet, double crochet 2, chain 2, double crochet 3, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. We're going to get this done. Also, I forgot to mention, this is probably the worst yarn barf I've ever had to deal with. I will never switch from being a center pole girly. It's just easier for me. It's easier to keep everything intact. I don't know how people pull from the outside unless it's like a cake and you have one of those spinner things, which I do, but those only work for cakes. I'm not about to cake this up by hand because I don't have a cake maker. And that's probably why my yarn yesterday didn't work out. And I'm going to be real with y'all. I'm probably not getting back to that yarn for months. But yeah, I'm going to figure this out by the end of this. This is probably enough for half of a bandana. I'm not opposed to it. We're going to get this worked out. We're going to get this going because I got so much other things that I need to work out. I need to work on my thank you cards. I need to work on my bags. I need to work on my price tags. There's so much. I might have to call out on Friday. I doubt it. I'm not sure how much you all got of that before my audio cut out, but I may or may not have to call out on Friday because I'm kind of nervous that I'm not going to have everything done, but I'm most likely going to have to call out on Sunday because even though I asked for that day off months ago, it was waitlisted, and probably because I'm not the only one asking for that day off. But either way, I will not be able to work because I'm going to be at Rockville. This is going to be an amazing week. That's going to be next week's vlog, by the way. I'm going to have a separate vlog for the for the market. I will have a separate vlog, and then for Rockville, it will go into my normal vlog because I just don't feel like I'm going to be recording that much. Also, since we're talking about music, I don't ever plan on getting super popular on here. I just don't feel like it. I know that sounds like silly, but I know that there's like algorithms that you have to play. There's like catchy thumbnails you have to do. There's catchy titles you have to do. That is not my goal. My goal is to keep this as like a small diary journal thing. If I make friends through this, wonderful, great. I have already started making friends through this and I love that. But I'm not trying to become super mega popular. I'm not trying to make money off of this. So going back to my original, because we're talking about music, I think if there's any like not weird, but like parts where I don't feel like talking and I just feel like showing, because this is what I already did on my TikTok anyways, I might just insert a band musician that I'm listening to currently. I'm going to give them all the credits. I'm never going to make money off of this, like I said. And even if I do, I'd rather support small artists and make sure they're making money. Hopefully that means that people don't delete my videos. If that's the case, then I'll use some royalty free just for that not to happen. I don't believe that I will get a copyright strike for it. I think it will be copyrighted and that all the money will go to it. We'll look more into it because I watch a lot of Angelica Benedict. I forgot her name, but I watch a lot of her videos and she does the same. She'll put artists that she really enjoys in her videos so that you guys can like, well, everybody can learn about new artists and really like, you know. So that's kind of my goal. My market videos are going to be separate because I feel like when your videos are copyrighted, they don't push it into the algorithm. And when I do the market videos, it's more of a learning tool for me and others, especially with this coming one, the Fort Myers or the Oddities and Arts Festival. I have not seen a single vlogger about that. So not even like somebody who attended the event. So this is going to be a learning tool for multiple people, but specifically market goers or market vendors. I think that would be a wonderful tool. So that's why I won't put it on that video. But if I were to do like say, well, I think I already did it in this video because I'm just remembering I did a walk from work to my husband's place of work. I will be continuing to do that because I think it's very important for the art community. It's not a way for me to make money. I'm not trying to make money. If you guys want to give me money, I have a Ko-fi. I have patterns. I have clothing for sale. Eventually I'll update my Etsy, but that's eventually. But all right, let me stop talking so I can start working. Look at this butterfly. Oh, okay, sorry, buddy. Look, it's so cute. If you guys want an update on my beans, because look at these beans. These are the garbanzo beans. Over here, we have these beans. They're the pinto and cranberry beans. Every other bean doesn't look good. So, sorry about that. These ones are kidney and dark kidney. Oh, I bought more pythons. I need to put those in. I think these ones are black beans. Don't remember. Well, that one's obviously not a black bean. Oopsies. Those ones are black beans. And then these ones are kidney. And then over there, ooh, actually one of them's growing. I didn't think this one was going to make it. So these ones I've been struggling to water because I forget that they're out here. You can see these beans over here. These ones. I don't remember. Is that another kidney bean? Maybe. This one looks like it's trying. This soil isn't good. It's dead soil, but I figured I might as well give it a go. But beans, beans, beans. We finished up that yarn barf, but that's not the update. The update is I was looking up True Blue Sparkle because I was like, okay, maybe I'm just misremembering. Maybe there are only certain colorways that were discontinued. It's the whole entire line. That being said, because I was looking that up, Hirschner's popped up with their Bee Sparkly yarn, and it looks a lot like the Big Twist Twinkle yarns with the colored glitter strand, and I'm a big fan of that. It's $3.99 for 196 yards. I'm not looking to purchase anything right now because I spent way too much money yesterday. Now that I know it's there, next time I'm ready to purchase from Hirschner's, I'm going to try to purchase this. I think it's new. There are no reviews on it. And that leads me to believe that it's newer. It doesn't have a date on when it was put out, but actually, let me look up the info real quick. It doesn't say it. So anyways, I just don't think that it's been here for a while. I can sort by new. Oh, free shipping plus 5% off your order right now. I cannot. It ends tomorrow. Well, next month has something else, I'm sure. It's usually the beginning of the month that they do something, right? I organize everything by newest items, and it's not the first thing that pops up. So actually, it is one of the first things. Well, okay, I say it's the first, besides bee stripey, bee twirly. Okay, the bee whatever yarn, it seems like that's the newest color or like line that they're doing. They have a bunch of bulk projects. Ooh, Hirschner's Bee Dreamy. I want to take a look at these. I'll get back to you guys if I see anything great, but I think these are brand new yarns from Hirschner's. Just keep your eye out because it seems very cute. We've got up to 18 rows, and that is the base of this pattern. 18 rows, and then now we have to do the little pointy designs, and I have to be really good about math because I mathed this somehow and don't remember how I did this. I could just count. I'm just going to count. That's what I got to do. So we're going to do this. I know there's a picot stitch. I know there's a triple. I know there's a half double. No. How did I do this? Oh, I did single into a half double to a double to a triple, picot, double, half double, single. We'll work it. New and improved pattern. Ta-da! I chose to do more of these little pointies just because like the other one felt like there's not enough if you look at it. I mean, I guess this one's more bat-like. I don't know. It just looks boring with just that. So I decided to go with so many more. It doesn't look like a bat wing shape anymore, but I could add chains to it. I was trying to do the same thing I did with this one. I just can't. I also, instead of just one triple crochet, I did 2 triple crochets in the same stitch. So what I did, okay, I started off in the very beginning, magic circle into chain 2, double crochet 2, chain 2, double crochet 2, 3. And then when I got to the next row, I chained 2 because I like shorter chains for my double crochets, especially in works like this, because I don't like it being too gappy. So chain 2, double crochet in the first stitch, go all the way down until the chain 2, then you chain 2, or you double crochet 2, chain 2, double crochet 2, chain all, or double crochet all the way until the end, and then double crochet 2 into the chain 2 space. That's the way I did it. And then you do that for 18 rows, and then you get to this point where you single crochet 5, you half double crochet, triple crochet, picot, triple crochet in the same stitch, double crochet, half double crochet, single crochet 5, repeat, rinse. Yeah, that one, whatever that phrase is. I really don't think it looks bat wing like anymore because of that. And I don't know. This one's cute. But also it just looks so boring like that. What should I name it? You guys, well, actually, this will be out before the market, so hurry, give me a name, please. Oh, wait, I forgot. So when you get down to the chain 2 down here space, it will be a single crochet 5 into that. So the last single crochet will go into this chain 2 space. Then you do this pattern into that, and then you single crochet and then single crochet 4 and then get back into the pattern. There you go. Pattern release. I think I forgot to tell you guys that I finished the whole entire project. I even yarned it in. I sewed it in. And this is what it looks like. I might block it because I think that would help out with the shaping quite a bit. It kind of just looks like scalloped edges though. Whatever, it's done. I'm putting it to the side. I also worked on 4 of these stars. I am so tired of making stars right now, so I'm only making 4. I might move on to my next colorway. Actually, no, I don't feel like crocheting right now. I want to sew. I'm doing my best to not get down onto the bed and doom scroll because I know what's best for me, and what's best for me is not doom scrolling right now. I just don't have time to doom scroll either. So I'm going to pull out my defrosting scaly shrugs that I have not sewed in yet, and I'm going to sew those in because sewing is a different task from crochet, and my brain will appreciate that. So let's get started with that. It's Whitby Goth weekend, and I am so excited to get to see all these videos. I have so much inspiration right now, and I haven't told you, well, I told you guys a little bit, but I am planning on bringing a sheet, well, a couple sheets of paper with like size ranges and all that, so I can get myself going on this new pattern, on the Melty Love pattern. And I have a feeling, well, I know it's going to happen. I am going to start working on a new Melty Love cardigan for myself. I know it's really warm, but I think it'd be really fun to make another one in one of the violet colors that I got last night, the big twist one. Hold on. We're going to use this in black. So this is going to be the bottom layer so that you can really see the definition of the 3D textures. And then we're going to use black on top, and it's going to slime drip into this purple. I think that would be really lovely. So I'm going to work on that ASAP as soon as I finish this. I do want to finish stars, but I'm almost done with putting this all together. The sleeves are done. I'm working on the bodice piece right now. I'm on bodice piece A, one part of A. There's 4 parts of sewing this together. But once that's done, I'm going to move on to the Melty Love cardigan for myself. And then we'll make stars as we go. I think I have enough time. Maybe I shouldn't start on it yet. Once this is done, I'm going to continue working on the little sheets. I'll show you those sheets. I showed you a little tiny bit of it, but I'll show you more of what I'm doing. I need to start working on the thank you notes. That's really what needs to happen. But I'm so inspired to continue making the Melty Love cardigan pattern and getting that out to y'all. I have finished the largest size of the defrosting skelly shrug. It is ready for me to sell it. I am going to take a break because I'm starting to get a crick in my neck, and it's not pleasant. So once I'm done with my little lay down session, and hopefully maybe I could do a timer. Timers almost never work for me, but I need to take a break because my neck hurts and my back hurts. Once that's done, I'm going to start working on my little booklets, and I'll show you guys how much work I've done on it. But I'm going to bring it in here. We're going to start working on the booklet, and then once that's done, I might start packing my yarn. That way I can get that out of the way. I can start that at the show. That's fine. But I also have other things that need to take priority to starting a new project. Well, the plan was to be in the other room to do all of this. I'm making little booklets. This is my page. But I'm a perfectionist. Unfortunately, for me, I'm a perfectionist, and none of my papers are ripping out properly because the desk over there isn't made. Like, I'm like at a corner and I'm at a disadvantage. So this is going to be turned into compost. Everything I mess up is going to be turned into compost. But yeah, this is what I'm working on. So this is essentially what it's going to be. I'm going to have this all in print. I forgot that I was doing it in print and started doing it in cursive. So this is a mess up. But I know I'm wasting paper, but also I'm turning it into compost. So am I really wasting paper? Who knows? Up here is the shirt sizes, like your standard shirt sizes. I'm going to have them circle it. Down here, like I said, is going to be print. And then I have inches written next to it so that people know to measure by the inch. The measuring tape that I have has both inches and centimeters. And if people are willing to give up their measurements, then I'm pretty sure that they already know how to measure themselves. And if not, this will be a great opportunity for them to really learn how to measure themselves, because now that my mother-in-law is coming, I have time to break away and be like, hey, if you need any help measuring yourself, this is this. Because like nape to center or nape to waist isn't really something that people know. Some people will probably believe nape to waist is here down to your hip, which is not the standard measurement. It's right here. This is about your waist. That being said, I can be around to help with that. I can help with doing other things too if anybody needs it. But Also at the bottom, it says, please turn in so that I can give them their free bandana. The first one I wrote beret, and that's not the free option. That one is my paid for option. Please turn this in for your free spiderweb bandana and feel free to ask questions. I marked that out because I messed it up. All compost, okay? Compost, compost, compost. And then this one is the thank you note I'm going to add into the back. Actually, let me show you the front of the page if I can find it. This is the sample. Or, well, this one is the sample. But this is the first one that I enjoyed making. Inside is where I'm going to put the little insert. This one. Put it inside here. Flip the page. On the back, it's going to have a little thank you note. So basically it says, thank you for helping me conduct the survey. With your contribution, I will be able to design new patterns and bring new wearables to my shop. Enjoy your new bandana. Feel free to follow along through my Instagram. I don't know if I want to tag my YouTube just because I talk so much on here and I don't know. Like, I don't really want my YouTube to become super popular. Like, yeah, it'd be great if I could monetize myself, but like also I just feel people don't like me in general. I have really bad rejection dysphoria. So the less people I tell, is it dysphoria? I don't know. The less people I tell that I have a YouTube channel, the less likely I'll be disappointed that nobody's following me. And I think that works out perfectly for me. I have had really bad rejection sensitivity the past few weeks, and that's one of the reasons why I've been kind of down on myself. But I think this will help me a little bit with feeling a little bit better about myself. I know this is a lot of measurements to take, but I really feel that this is the right way to go and what I want to do to help continue my creative process. I talked to my mother-in-law about this a little bit at breakfast, and she's like, do you think people will take measurements for a free bandana? I'm like, I would. I mean, maybe not, but like, if it's free, if something's free and all I have to do is take my measurements because I know how to take my own measurements, I don't think that would be a super huge issue. If I already have my measurements on me, that's a whole different story. I can just write it down and give it, you know? And like, I know some people might flub it up, but it's fine. Honestly, I'm just trying to get rid of those bandanas. I told her the story behind it and how the last pattern testing thing I did, one person finished. There was another person that got really close to finishing, and the only reason why she didn't finish or like show me an update with her wearing it was because I called it after the fourth or fifth person in the testing group said, "Hey, I'm not finished yet." Which really sucks because I had like a time period that I wanted it to be posted, and I get it. It's 3.5mm hook with a bamboo or cotton yarn, very thin yarn, an intricate lace pattern. And it was really disappointing to only see two people, 1.5. Well, I'll say the other person was finished. 2 out of the like 10 people that signed up finish it. One person saying they could do it if they did it in acrylic. And I'm like, that's not going to work with this project because there's a certain drape and also it's a different weight and we just can't work with that. I think that that's an uncontrolled variable. And as somebody that has like a hard time with control in general, I feel like if I can take the measurements or if I can get the measurements and make it myself first and then make it into a pattern, that way I don't have to go through the testing phase. I think that would be the best for my mental sake. On top of that, I struggle with communication, really, really hard struggle with communication. I gave her the example of why I never respond right away. Sometimes I'll open up a text and forget that I looked at the text and then forget to text back. And she pointed at my husband and was like, yeah, him too. I'm like, well, we're perfect for each other. That's the reason why I really want to conduct this survey, is so I can really start honing in on those skills and maybe pass that along to my sewing skills, because I really want to get serious about this. And I think I have what it takes. It's going to take me so much longer because I'm not doing it traditionally and I'm doing it while having a job and living life in poverty. I mean, I'm not in poverty. Let me rephrase that. I'm not there anymore, but having to build this up for myself, you know? Anyways, all that to be said, we're working on this. By the way, I did scroll on TikTok for a little bit, but thankfully it was not my For You page. I don't know what happened, but it was like every other like scroll was 3 ads, and then on top of that it was like, come with me, or we're going to. It just wasn't my For You page. I don't know what happened, but I'm grateful that it wasn't my For You page, because when it started showing me stuff with my like mutuals or stuff that I was actually interested in, it stopped. Like, it felt like the end of Tumblr. Remember way back in the day when you only followed like 4 or 5 blogs, and you would scroll through all of them and then catch up with the day before, you know? Either way, let's work on these for a little bit, and then I'll show you guys how many I made, and then we'll work on some thank you notes. Yeah, that's what we're doing. My husband just texted me letting me know that MCR and Slaughter to Prevail are performing at the same time. And I'm not I'm there for MCR. Like, they've been a childhood band since I was in middle school. I can't just not see them. If they play just Black Parade, then maybe I'll skip it. I am not the biggest fan of Black Parade. I was a Three Cheers fan, and I know they just re-released that album, so they have to be playing Three Cheers, right? I do like Slaughter to Prevail, but I love MCR. My husband likes Slaughter to Prevail. He likes them a lot. I told him that we might have to split up. I ain't missing MCR. I have to see at least one song from them. If it's, like I said, just Black Parade, then I might skip. But they're the reason why I bought these tickets. Them and Jaluka. Holy carpal tunnel, Batman. My hands hurt so bad, but we have 8 of these guys. I'm hoping that this is enough, because I have a feeling that not many people will feel comfortable measuring themselves. Even my mother-in-law like brought it up, and I don't think she knows my plan is to just have it laying out on the table so that way they can read it, because it says take your measurements for free. Hold on, my husband is calling. Maybe I'll finish this thought later. Hi, good morning. It's the next day, and I didn't finish telling you guys what I was talking about, and I don't remember what I was talking about. Probably something along the lines of like getting some papers done. Anyways, let me set you guys down. I did finish quite a bit of these little cards that I attached to my bags whenever I like sell something. So these ones are the sparkly ones. The sparkly ones go on like the bigger items, like my berets or my cardigan. Well, I don't have a cardigan. My defrosting skelly shrug, or my like wearables, really. My accessories get like the not so glittery paper. And on top of that, when I sell like a really big priced item, I paint on them. That one's not dry yet, so I'm going to show you this one. This one isn't a good sample, but it is what it is. We have this one. The front, I put my name on. I think the front's not that great too, because the way I put the K, you can't see the K. So I need to start like positioning it lower or higher. I don't know yet. But this is the front of this one. Like I said, the K isn't really good. It has the sparkly and it has the paint on. I am slowly going through these. I need to make 8 more, and then I'm going to finish cutting out probably 6 more of the non-glittery ones. I have 3 and 3 already made. I don't think the majority of my stuff is more higher priced items, to be honest. I have 3 regular ones, 3 glitter ones or higher priced item ones, and then these 3 that are higher priced and drying. So I do have 6. I want to have enough for my market. I don't think I'm going to sell through all of them. Everything that's lower price, I will say, are going to be like bandanas and hair bows and maybe even candy. Candy, I usually don't offer a bag because candy is just, you can wear it. And then scrunchies also, I don't really offer a bag because you can just wear it. Hair dangles, I'll put into a bag. It will be in the plain bags. But yeah, basically anything that's not a beret goes into those. I also did find my little tiny bags. I don't know if I told you guys, they were missing. They were just in that closet and I just didn't look in the right bag. But we found these guys. These ones are going to be like my last minute bags, I guess. These ones I will have to put my name on because like these ones are the same size. It's just harder to see my logo on this one as opposed to this one, which is close to the pink bag scheme that I've got going. I don't know where these ones are from. Actually, I do because it has a tag. It's from Michael's. They were spring bags. Oh, actually, I wonder if they still have any. I went there yesterday. I don't need any more. I do not need any more. Never mind. Let's not think about that. So there's 6 in here. And I guess I could offer these if somebody needs a bag, if they want a bag for like the scrunchies or the, what is it? The scrunch. I just said scrunchies, candy. I can hand them these, but I'd rather use the bigger bags because these ones are very limited. These size bags I can buy in bulk. I do have another size. Let me take that out real quick. This is definitely a different shade of pink. So I got like 3 different ranges. Here's this bag. This is slightly bigger than the other bag. Let me hold them up side by side. There you go. So one of the issues I had at the, not Goblin Market, the one before that, I cannot remember the name right now, so I do apologize. But one of the issues I had is somebody bought a cardigan from me and it did not fit in this bag. It barely did not fit in this bag. This bag, it will definitely fit. Let me go grab the 3X size or the largest size of my defrosting Skelly Shrug, which I will get back to today. Honestly, kind of nervous, not gonna lie. If you look, it's a little slightly bigger, but we're gonna do what we can. I'm going to open this up. Hopefully after it's open, it's not as bad. Yeah, I can already tell. Perfect. Fits. Not even like a glove. It fits with some extra space. So if they want anything else. I don't know what design I want to put on it yet. I'm probably going to do some kind of bat design. I have my bat cookie cutter over here. This little guy. I might have another one that I like better, but this is the one I use for my maple cookies. Don't judge me. I can't draw very well, and I'm hoping to in the future be able to draw better and get better at painting. Like this is just like a little thank you note thing for myself. I don't know. I want to get into painting. I'm so inspired by my sister-in-law. She's so good. Like the talent that she has in general, I'm so jealous of her. And like the fact that she crochets and she paints and she draws and she started making like these little miniatures that she's planning on making into magnets. They're like little tiny fridge magnets or like little trinkets. And she used a bunch of recycled items from it, like a lot of stuff that she had just in her inventory in general, because she is also super crafty and just collects things and is like, what do I do with the rest of it, I want to stop talking so I can continue this. The great part about this paint, it's just acrylic paint, so it dries really quickly. I just had to like take a break every time. I do 3 at a time so that while I'm working on another one, it dries, and I don't like super duper layer it. But like I said, I do 3 at a time so it dries, and then I'm like trying to take a break, get up, walk around, and then come back to it because that's good for your body. Let me get back to it. Update on the bags. I finished 6 bags. Well, I guess 9 bags now, but these are all done. They just need their tags. And I am going to start working on, well, I also need to do the little stamps in the front. So 6 of them need the stamps, 6 of them need the tags. I do want to start working on the larger bags, but I need to give my hand a rest because this painting thing, maybe I'm just not doing it right, but like it hurts pretty bad after doing it for a while. Maybe it's a muscle that I haven't trained in a while. Maybe I'm just holding too tight. I don't know. But anyways, I want to do this picture on the bigger bags. I think. I was thinking about doing bats, but I forgot that I had made this. This is the inside of my book for all my like budget. Well, not budget. This is like my inventory book rather, and my pricing and all that, which I do need to work on. Maybe that's the reason why my hands hurt, is because like I've been doing a lot of writing and painting and drawing. That makes sense. Either way, I do want to draw these. I only have to do 5, I believe, because I have 3 defrosting Skelly Shrugs, and then I have 2 of the lacy shawls. So I really don't need to make that many. I hope it goes well. I'm not too positive because this is a lot. I'm going to use pencil because that's what I do. I use pencil and I trace out everything I want to do. And then, maybe I can just sketch it out first on a testing paper because like I kind of have I have an extra one. Okay, well, there's 9. This one needs a tag, but I kind of like to test things out first draw it on something like this one right here. You could see where I was trying to figure out the stamps, but on the back, I painted it anyways because I wanted to see what I wanted to do. I think I had painted first. Yeah. This is one that was really messed up. This one, I also painted on this one. And then I have these two where I kind of like drew on the front to see what I want to do with the bigger bags. And now that I'm looking at it, I don't think I want to do that on the bigger bags. I think it's fun to do these little things as like an extra bonus to purchasing from me. It's not like super amazing artwork, and that's why I don't mind doing it. This one is closer to super amazing artwork, but it's really not that great. I want to get better at painting. I want to get better at drawing. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this, is so that maybe eventually it will be something I can do. Maybe getting into like digital art and making stickers and buttons and all that. That would be really fun because I use buttons and enamel pins as accessories. Maybe in the future, but that's neither here nor there. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to lay down a little bit because I've been up for a few hours and I'm tired. And then probably eat and we'll get back to this. Good morning. It's the next day. And I got a lot of stuff done yesterday, to be honest. I just didn't really feel like recording. Plus, my mic was in here and I didn't feel like coming all the way over here. Most of it was crochet stuff. I kind of gave up. Well, give up is the wrong word. I kind of put down the paintbrush so I could work on some crochet because that's really where my artistic skills are. But let me show you guys what I've done. I'm pretty proud of this. Don't make fun of me, but I'm proud of it. This is my kitty cat. So this is like dark gray mixed with black, and then I outlined it. Well, okay, first I drew everything on so you can see where I drew everything, and then I started with outlining it in black, and then I mixed dark gray and black in the middle right there to color in the kitty cat, and then I went back around and I took black with an angle brush and I started outlining him again. And I think it's really cute. I kind of don't know how I feel about that area right there. It's supposed to be his nose, and I don't know. Maybe nobody will really know. The whiskers also I'm not really too sure of, but we're here. They're already there. So now I got to do the moon and the stars. I did add these little stars. I don't know what color stars I want to do, to be honest. And honestly, like, the background of this is kind of lending it to not be pastel because this isn't a pastel pink. So maybe I'll look up some, not guides, but maybe like color inspo, because they have like color inspo boards. I don't know. They have it on Xiaohongshu. I haven't been on Pinterest in a very long time because I hated it. But yeah, I might look up color board inspos. Oh, his ear is uneven. Nope, you didn't see that. It does not exist. It's not uneven. So I think I might go with like an actual pure yellow. This is the test run, by the way. If it turns out well, fine. This is the front of the bag, and I'm kind of like unsure how I feel about putting the painting on the front of the bag. But also, I could maybe figure out a way to put my name in the front of the bag somewhere. We'll have to see what the red looks like on here because the only stamp color I have is this red right here. So we'll see. I'll update you guys. Update. This is the finished product. I think in the future I'm going to buy maybe a blue bag because not that, well, okay, the pink doesn't work. So I really like the colors that I'm using. I'm using a bunch of, like, there's two different golds here. This one is like bright gold and then this is just gold. This is a light gray and then layered on is silver, and then the stars are silver. Then we have light gray right here. I think those are the four colors that I used for this. Oh no, this is, did I do dark gray? Yeah, I think I actually like did dark gray and then layered on silver. That's what I did, yeah. So I like it. I just don't like the background color, which is fine. But on the back, I don't want to flip this and get paint everywhere, but on the back is where I'm going to put my logo, my name, and on the front is just going to be the painting. I really like how the cat came out, even though it's a little silly looking. He kind of looks like he's leaning over, but that's also okay. I hope to get better at painting. So the goal with me learning how to paint on these paper bags is so that I can learn how to paint on fabric. I just watched, oh, I don't remember her name, Sewing Alpaca, Alpaca, and she just got in a bunch of like fabric paints or fabric paint pens. And I want to do that. It's something I've been interested in for a few years now because I have a mutual on TikTok. And one of her things, she's a 1950s style, lifestyle person. She also has like unique art. When she makes her clothes, her skirts, she'll get custom orders and she'll paint on them because she's a Mexican woman. She'll take art style from her culture and put it into her clothing, which I think is a phenomenal thing to do. I love when people take their culture and put it into art. I mean, that's what art should be in general. It shouldn't just be like, oh, okay, so the Met Gala just happened. And that's on the forefront of my mind right now, as fashion is art is the theme. I know that there's a boycott for it, but as a fashion historian enjoyer, I'm not a fashion historian, I wish, but as somebody who enjoys fashion history, seeing some of the art that some people were wearing, like some people were wearing phenomenal pieces by these super couture artists. I don't know how else to say this, but seeing Lauren Sanchez Bezos' dress, how uninspired it was because there was like at least two other people that were wearing the dress, and how the whole point of that dress were the sleeves, the beaded sleeves. It was just like a string, like a tank top. It's jeweled. Her hair covered it. What was the point? People like that just, if you don't understand fashion as art, then I don't think we're in the same crowd. But I don't even remember where we were going with this. Oh, how fashion is art, because people like my mutual Jenny Dame, she does traditional Mexican fashion, but also with a 1950s twist, which is something that I kind of like inspired to do, 1940s, but with my like Scene Kid era twist or like pastel goth twist. That's pretty much my goal. I haven't been really keeping up with the hair, to be honest. I probably need a haircut, and that's part of it. That, and like I haven't really gone out. Well, okay, you guys see me go out way more than TikTok has, but I haven't felt inspired to get dressed up, especially since my room is a mess and it's really hard for me to want to make clothes right now. Long story short, I want to get into painting my clothing, and I know that there's like some kind of thing that you had to buy if you're using acrylic paint, but I also know that the fabric paint pens are a really good option. I don't think I'm at that level yet, but as I get better, I think that's something I want to do. Unintentionally, there's a little bit of shading right here. Maybe like a light source coming up. I don't feel like repainting over that. But yeah, that is the goal for me in the future, to become better at painting so that I can start painting onto my clothes and give my clothing more of a more depth, because like right now all I'm doing is sewing fabric. That's all I'm doing, is just sewing patterns, putting it together. But as somebody who is still into the 1940s fashion scape, like if I were to study fashion history, it would be specifically 1940s. I just love the silhouette. There's so many different styles. I think right now, since what we're going through is very similar, a lot of my brain just like kind of goes back to the 1940s and how they used what they had to make what they have. I think specifically I really love late 30s, early 40s, because that was like when the turmoil really started. A lot of people were taking 1930s, 1920s outfits and upcycling them, which is something that you're seeing a lot more. Thrift stores are becoming a lot more popular. And despite all the Shein and Temu fashion that you'll see in the thrift store, it's still usable fashion if you know how to make your own clothes. I keep on running around in circles with this, but all in all, that is the goal for me, to start painting on my clothes, to get into embroidery, to get more into like in depth with fashion. Like I think I know how to sew clothes together very well at this point. Let me take that back. I think I know how to put the pieces that I have in my pattern inventory together pretty well. And I am hoping to learn how to draft patterns so I can have a wider range of clothing in the future. just so I can like really I make a even more unique pieces and really show off what really inspires me, specifically the moon, specifically space. That's something that's going to keep on entering into my art style. Also hearts. Those are all things that really like fit into my style. I want to get back into making sailor outfits. I do think there are pattern makers out there that do have a plus size range, and I will look into it. I think that I will probably like use the base pattern and then figure out sleeves or figure out something to make the sleeves a little bit different, because most of the sailor patterns that I find that are plus size friendly are very like uniform, like seifuku. Is that, yeah, seifuku is like sailor uniform. Yeah, that's it's very Japanese style school uniform. And although that is very cute and is something that has inspired my style, it is something that like doesn't necessarily fit the style I want. So, anyways, let me stop talking so I can continue doing this, start drawing out more. I have to do 4 more of these, and then I'll start tagging everything. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have so much paint in this area, and I'm glad I have this table. Even though it's my sewing table, I'm glad that I'm able to just move the sewing machine back. Number 2 is done. The cat's a little chonky. He's my favorite, I think. I am taking breaks between all of these bags because my hand kind of hurts. It cramps up quite a bit because I think I have a bad grip on my paintbrushes, or I just don't know what I'm doing. Maybe it's a combination of being into crochet and painting, but between each of the bags. So I'm going to take a break now. I took a break between this one. I'm going to go to the computer room. Actually, let me go over there and show you guys what I worked on last night. I've been like all over the place lately, mostly because there's so much going on this weekend. We have the market, and then we have Rockville. So first, I'm going to show you guys the list of stuff I've been researching every single day. Well, not every single day. I research for hours. I am the type of person like I don't I don't plan the transportation. I don't plan the parking situation. That's my husband. That's my husband's like stress. He's going to probably look it up and watch people like get information on parking and stuff because that's his anxiety. My anxiety is not being well prepared at an event. I looked up what was allowed, what wasn't allowed. So right here is just like the list. Like I said, a lot of it's just normal things. I learned that toilet paper and hygiene wipes are very, very important because you'll go to the stall, especially at the end of the night, and there's not going to be toilet paper. And as a woman and somebody who poops too, you got to have it. Like, I know we're going to end up eating food that's not going to sit well with our stomach because that's just the way food works for us. And then on top of that, like, it's probably going to rain, so we're going to bring extra clothes for the car. This is all stuff I could talk about next week, but I'm trying to delay my time to get back in there, plus the paint's drying. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff on this list. I'm probably going to add more because I'm probably going to add or watch a lot more videos about this because I like to be prepared. On top of that, I am bringing my crochet. I'm going to bring my berets with me so I don't have to cut as much yarn or bring it. Well, yeah, so I can like kind of focus on one thing and not make too many things. I will probably start making some candy, but right now that's not the focus. The focus is the market. So that being said, I think I showed, maybe I didn't. I started working on this and I finished this one. This one is going to go to the shop. I kind of want to add chains. I'm not going to lie. And also, I asked my husband about it, and we both like agreed that this no longer looks like bat wing. So the thing is, for us, it's just like the little wings or whatever, the flap thing, the sharp points are kind of too short, and that's what makes it not look like a wing anymore. So that being the case, I kind of want to add chains because if I add chains, then it gives it more definition. But like, this is also cute. So I might just leave it as is, and then in the future I'll make more and add the chains. But like I said, I'm down for any name suggestion. I think it'd be really fun. I think the Batwing one will probably not sell now, but I don't know if I showed you guys this, but I finished this one, and I also finished this one, and then I also finished another one of these guys. I still haven't shown you guys that it glows in the dark. Let me go get my UV light. All right, here is my light. here is me charging it up. I don't know how much you'll see of this because it is not that dark in here. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Let me bring you guys to the bathroom. All right, you see it? It didn't shine through the other way, but this is pretty dang bright, actually. I mean, I do have a really good light. Let me shine again. Get all of these in here. So I made 2 of these. I have room to make 2 more. I don't know if I want to do this again. The splitting the yarn was really tough on my hands and my psyche. Look how cool that is. So these 2 are going to be for me. I'm going to wear them in my hair for the concert because Rockville. I did change my mind on what I wanted to wear. I was planning on doing like pink, but then the clear bag that I bought is going to be mint. So I thought this would be much cuter. And then, yeah, that's basically why I'm doing it. I might make another one for the market because so far I've made 1 of each colorway that I have. And that's been pretty neat. I kind of want to make 2 for each colorway if I have the time, but I probably won't. Well, that's okay. The thing is, I do really love glow in the dark yarn. I love the color that this is naturally. I don't know, man. I'll think about getting more of this yarn. I just don't really want to do the taking apart process. So, but this is what I finished for myself. I may or may not, with the green one, make myself like a choker. I think that would be really fun. Either way, I also have 1 sleeve of the next color. Well, I don't know what size this is, but one of these sleeves are done, and then this is the sleeve I was working on before I was like, I'm sleepy. No, before I started eating dinner. So that's what I have done yesterday. I'm pretty sure I did something else, but whatever. I'm gonna respond to some emails maybe, and then I'm gonna get back into the painting room. This has been a pretty long break, but the Fort Myers Oddities and Art Festival released like not the list, but like made posts featuring artists. And so I went through and I clicked all of them. And quickest follow ever, Neck of the Woods choker. And I'm very excited. I'm definitely purchasing something from them whenever I have the time. Like very, very cute. I'm really into chokers. I wish I could make more chokers myself. This is more like leather work. And I don't think I'm kind of into that. I'm more into the crochet lace choker style. Either way, that wasn't the point. The point is there's quite a few vendors that are using AI, and I remember saying this that it was a very quick acceptance rate, and I don't know how well it's vetted, and that makes me realize it wasn't vetted very well. Like it was kind of a red flag. I'm grateful that I was accepted because I haven't done a market in a really long time. And most people don't want to accept me because I'm a crochet artist. And when you say crochet, people just think that you're selling the little bees, and that's just not me. But there are a few vendors also who clearly do not fit in to the oddities. Like maybe they do some Halloween. Max, it's pumpkins though. It's fall and it's not Halloween. So it's going to be a big wake up call for some of them. Or not, wake up call is not the right word. It's going to be like a big, like, hello, this is a community that you aren't aware of. Hopefully it will make them feel like that it is a direction that they want to go. I'm going to use my mother-in-law as an example. She is definitely not into oddities, taxidermy, all that. I had to warn her that this is going to be a creepy crawlies thing. Now I don't feel like she really needed that warning. But like, it's fun to involve people who aren't necessarily part of the community into your community so they can see what makes you happy and what kind of art styles they're into. And it does inspire other people to get into it, especially if you're younger. A lot of people don't realize that it's an art style, and it really like helps develop people's minds. That's one of the reasons why I love dressing up when I go out, because like I know that my style isn't trendy at all. There's no part of it that's trendy, not even in the alternative scene. It's not trendy at all. And being able to just dress the way that I like, wearing the pinks, wearing the bright yellow, I don't really like yellow that much, but wearing the bright neon colors, that's what makes me happy. And there's other kids or people in general out there who don't feel that comfortable doing it, but then they see people like me who feel 100% comfortable doing it, and inspires them to do it. And I think that's what's so fun about markets like these. For a lack of a better term, normies, there's at least one extremely normie person going to be here. I hope that they don't feel like it's a bad place. They'll definitely have to figure out what they want to do to incorporate their stuff into this community. Maybe, hopefully, it will lean them towards the alternative side and be like, oh, that's actually something I really like. And there's a lot of people that actually do this. So maybe I can lean more into it. Anyways, just wanted to tell you guys that I've been looking at that while taking my break. I need to go back and finish. This is a really long break, but I think this one's well deserved. Bag number 3 is done. This one's chubby too, but I think I like them chubbier. I put less stars and dazzles, I guess, around. I accidentally got some paint there, but honestly, who cares? I am about to make a post on Instagram and TikTok of like the bags in general, because like, I don't know, I just want to show off that I'm making little bags, and it's something to help with engagement, I guess. I don't know, I'm not good at these advertising things. Number 4 is done. I do think that this is the best cat I've done. I did mess up. So these little guys are supposed to be light gray, and these little guys are supposed to be silver. But I got them flip-flopped. I don't hate it. I think I still prefer if all of it was silver, I guess. But it's cute. Gotta let this one dry. Gotta respond to my sister-in-law, because I did tell her that it looks like Jacksonville is game on for both of us. So, yay. I don't know what I told you guys about the message I sent to my sister-in-law. So the question was if she had ever painted on clothing before. I've been researching it a lot, and I just want to get an experienced painter's advice about it. And she hasn't painted on clothes before, but she gave me some advice saying make sure that I know what the medium I'm using like is washable, which I've done a lot of research on that, so I think I know what I need to do for that. But then I asked her, hey, if I made some clothes, cotton clothing, I'll probably ask her for her size. If I made her something, if she'd like to paint on it. She hasn't answered me, but I think it'd be really fun to collaborate on stuff like that until I get better at painting. Or in general, like it'd be something fun to bring to the Jacksonville show. That's not until October 17th. I don't know if I have to sign up for it again or what, but I will be looking into that, because like I said, it was October 17th, or it is October 17th. So I think that's something that would be beneficial for the both of us, because I am primarily a clothing maker. She does everything, but I do fashion, and I think it would be a good way to be like, yeah, she's part of the company, even though it's not really a small business. I mean, it's a small business, but it's not like a company. It's me and my sister-in-law working together to sell our art, you know? I'm going to go take a break again. All right, this is the last one, and I kind of changed the design a little bit. I went more with this cat design. I don't know if I like it. I am getting better at doing the body. He's still a little lopsided, but I'm getting better. I like it. I mean, it is what it is, right? Welcome to the end of the vlog, where I talk about everything that we did this week, and boy oh boy, was it a lot. So I will start with what's in my lap right now, just because I want to get it off my lap and put it back in the other room. So starting off, we have a bunch of thank you cards that goes to attaching my bags. I will probably be finishing this in my market vlog. I think I'm going to start the market vlog tonight and then lead up to it, because there's quite a few things that I need to do for the market vlog. I just kind of squish everything in here, but like I feel like it's kind of fun to talk about the prep towards market vlog. This is going to be a market vlog prep video. I'm going to title it that. I just think it's more fun to add more of the background stuff into a proper market vlog, because I don't want to just show up at the market and be like, this is what we did. This is what we sold. This is it. Because it kind of gets boring, you know? So I'll add that into the market vlog. But we also have these bags. We have 5 of these and 9 of these that need to be tagged, and probably, yeah, we need to do the little names on them. But we've got quite a few of these done, and I'm very, very proud of myself for getting more into painting and learning how to draw and all that. Like, it's just so fun. And I hope other people appreciate it and don't think of it as like a serious thing, as in she's a proper artist. And don't make fun of me, because I'm not this kind of artist. I am a fiber artist.
But let me put these away and I'll be right back. Okay, get ready because I have a lot that I did off camera and I didn't tell you guys about because I was also like trying to hang out with my husband, and we didn't get to play Dragon Wilds this week because I was so focused on this. But anyways, what I was working on while editing this video were the berets that have been sitting in this pile over here for a while, and I got 2-ish done, but this is the one I'm working on right now. I'm working on the spider web portion for number 2 of the spider web beret because I don't have any, and that's one of my main showpieces. It's the one I sent into the art alley, whatever. It's the one I sent in to say, hey, this is what I'm bringing, and people are liking it, so I need to make sure I have it. So we have another one that's done. I gotta sew in the ends. Same with the beret, I gotta sew in the ends. Then we've got the mushroom beret. I didn't go out there to check how much or how I did this. I also didn't remember if I used a size 3 or 5 millimeter crochet hook. I think I prefer the size 3 millimeter, and I definitely might add more dots. It's a little sparse looking. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but that's kind of how mushrooms are in general. They're just kind of random, so I'm not too opposed to this. Somebody might like it. So we got this one. This one's completely done, so I can tag it and everything, which I'll put in the market vlog, by the way. And then moving on to the bandanas. I did show you guys the bandanas, and I did tell you guys that I really kind of wanted to add chains to them. So we have number 1. You can't really see the chains, but there's some chains on there. And I guess I could China, show you guys. I don't feel like taking my hair down because it looks cute, but it kind of dangles, and I think I kind of want to add more to it in the future, but I think this is going to be a new style for me to start working on. I really like how the pointed parts lead to being able to add these chains. I took some chains from my husband, and he said that if I want, then I can make like the choker base, and then he'll connect the dots, I guess. But we got this one, and then we've got this one, and then we've got this one I didn't even talk to you guys about because this is one I did yesterday. We got a dark gray one. I am in the process of making, well, I say I'm in the process. I gotta work on other stuff first. This one seems shorter. Did I do something different? I don't know. I'm a little nervous that I made the little ties a little bit short. Hold on. They're fine. Once I finish this pile of stuff that needs to be done, I'm going to start working on another one. That way I can film it for TikTok and then maybe wear it out if I leave the house. It's going to be a while, but we've got those ones done. Then we've got this star done. Oh, I forgot. Hold on. As I was saying, we have, oh, which one did I show you guys? Was it this one? We have this one done. And then we also have this one done. And we also have this one done. And these ones are personally for me. We have these ones done. I do need to film a video with these because this is for kind of TikTok. I did film me splitting this yarn and then working with it. And boy, oh boy, I'm not looking forward to doing it again. But I do plan on making one more of these. And if that one goes well, if somebody picks it up, because I'm going to charge a little bit extra for this one because it does take a lot more work. These ones I charge $12 for, I think. These ones I'll charge $15 for. I think that that's fair, especially since I'm working really hard on splitting this yarn and I'm probably going to do it again. But yeah, these ones, very cute. Can't wait to wear them to Rockville, which that will be, I think I already told you guys, it's going to be the vlog for next week. It's not going to be just being here, and I'm not going to add it to the market vlog. That's going to be its own separate vlog. Rockville will not be a separate vlog. It will be just my week vlog because I don't think I'm going to be recording that much at Rockville. Yeah. All right. Next up, we've got 1 and 2. Oh, whoops. Oh no. Jeez. Well, I'm now missing one of my bobby pins, so I will have to replace that. But we have another star I found. So that one needs to go in the pile. But actually, next up, we have 2 defrosting skelly shrugs done. We got the largest size done, and I think this might be the smallest size. Unfortunately for me, I sewed one of these arms upside down. So let me see. So this one, the bottom seam is right here. This one, the bottom seam is right here. So because I don't feel like working on it anymore, I will be putting this one on discount. I still haven't gotten around to making my Defrosting Skelly Shrug, what's it called? The commissions booklet. I might have time after I finish these berets and then finish one more of these. I just have one more to sew up and then it's all good to go. But once that's done, yeah, I might work on the commission booklet. No promises though. But yeah, I think that's it. That's a lot, but it also kind of like we flew through that. I think it's mostly because I didn't feel like talking about it anymore. So that being the case, I'll see you guys. I don't know when I'm going to put the vlog out. Maybe Monday I'll put the market vlog out because that's normally when I do my second vlogs. I didn't get around to putting the ambience video out because I was just too tired. And then for some reason, my phone wasn't uploading. I have two phones. I have my old phone because I didn't feel like getting rid of it because like I have a lot of memories on that phone. And one of the reasons why I upgraded to this phone was because there wasn't that much space on the other phone. The way that I have to upload videos using that phone is different than this. I can't just plug in the USB. I have to use some other like PC to computer, whatever. Doesn't matter. So anyways, getting back to what I was saying, I think I'll see you guys on Monday for the market vlog. And then I will see you guys on Thursday for my regular vlogs. Thanks for hanging out with me. I did lie. This is a much longer video than I thought it was going to be, but I had a lot to talk about and I had done a lot this week. So I'll see you guys next week again, Monday, whatever. Bye-bye.